Oh wow, that was a cut rather than a fade. Good job, Sam.
Hard cut.
Hard cut.
We're good.
Steve in our office got a great piece of advice because he does other videos at Modifius, and he was saying that a friend of his once advised him that a fade is just a cut for wimps.
Wow.
Which he's taken to heart. So he's just kind of like, "Yep, cut, just do it. If you're afraid, don't be afraid. It's fine." Thanks for joining me again this week. I had pretty chilled yesterday, but Friday had a good fun game of acting. So yeah, having unexpectedly chilled out a little bit, I'm ready to kick back into gear and test some more kind of cool spy stuff. You may notice I've drawn a map because unfortunately I am going to kind of force it a little bit, but we do need to test combat. I do want to test combat. So we're going to have a little bit of a punch up. I am going to retcon some stuff though.
So you don't want me to talk my way out of the security situation, as I have been drafting in my head all week. I'm ready for a fight then. All right.
I mean, I'm ready for some roleplay if you want that, and then we can fight.
Okay, we can fight.
But how are you guys? How are you, Charlie? You all right?
Yes, I'm good. I've just noticed my bra straps are not even, and it's now bugging the crap out of me. But it's spy code, okay? This is spy code for Grace is in trouble.
Gotcha. I've got the same problem, to be fair.
It's a nightmare. They just stretch, and it's a pain. Anyway, I'm good. I've had a long week of roleplay. Yesterday was actually my first day off in a long time, and I actually made it a day off. I needed a tiny bit of work.
Sure.
So, it was good. I enjoyed on Friday what I caught of Acting Cthulhu. I listened to it while I do work, which is fun. But then I had to run off at the end and get my wig on because I was pitching a game to a channel, and then I had Invisible Sun, which Invisible Sun it's an intense creative experience because you can kind of create anything because it's a surreal magic setting. But at the same time, it's so like releasing because anything goes, and you just make it work within the logic of the fiction that you established. So it's a really great end of the week kind of game for me. It's like I get to set the scenes. And
I'm really intrigued by it now, and kind of commercially, it was quite interesting to watch when it came out on Kickstarter because the price point was so high, and then I was like, well, people are still going for it, so there's definitely like a market for like high end
stuff. The thing about it is having seen like a Black Cube, A, it's bigger than you expect it to be. B, there's so much stuff in there. They paid for so much art, so many like premium assets, and it was a prestige game. It's now available entirely on PDF. They just got that out this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thanks to their second Kickstarter, so it's now more accessible. And I think in part that's because people are still interested in it. People are still kind of tempted, but the price point was for a lot of people, a little bit too much. Although if you divide a whole Black Cube between a group of people, it's not that expensive. But it's up to you as to how interested you are in it. Not that I work for Monty Cook in any way. It's just my opinions.
Yeah, I haven't really talked about it. I haven't really.
It's super fun, and there's kind of games within the games. There's lots of clues and things to decipher to get extra kind of meta knowledge about the world, and it's a whole experience. Apparently, I only play. I haven't tackled the larger.
So is it that kind of one setting then, or is it like?
Well, it is kind of in that it's all set in this, or it can be set in this city called Satyrine, but there is a whole world and you can kind of build it out. But yeah, it is like this is the setting, but you can build so much within that setting because it's anything kind of goes. Like we have a house that is a VW wagon that floats thanks to 7 eyeballs. And if you go into it, it takes your emotions and the eyeballs express the emotions. So if you go in and you're sad, the eyeballs cry. And that's just something that exists in the neighborhood. And on the corner of my street, there is an alien farmer who doesn't like to be asked about crop circles.
Ironically.
A fly who is a commercial pilot who is being tormented by the spiders that live on the street. So he has a very nervous disposition. Bless him. It's completely bananas, but it's so engaging at the same time because you just go, yes, and you just accept, and suddenly you discover lots of little interesting things. And it's no weirder than talking to a bugbear at the end of the day.
Sure.
It's still completely fictional and made up creature.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That makes sense. I'm gonna have to try it out on PDF or something. Give it a look. Cool. Thank you.
Anyway,
Oh.
sorry, taking over.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Oz, how are you doing? You all right?
I'm
you're on, yeah.
I'm really really good. This week has been aside from a lot of work to do. I've been playing a game called Dog Eat Dog. If you've heard of that, it's a game made by someone who lived in Pacific Islands, all about basically oppressors and natives in an area.
Yeah.
All the players decide on some traits of the oppressors and some traits of the natives, and then you run through a series of scenes where the oppressors inherently have all the power in the role-playing game mechanically, but they can choose to give up that power. And over each scene, the natives add additional rules that they feel they should follow to stop them being harmed by the oppressors, and they end up like writing these rules that puts them in like that disadvantages them or just has them tripping over themselves all the time. And it's meant to show like how even though like a colonial power can try and be good towards people and try and consider themselves not harmful, they still end up accidentally causing all these things.
Kind of benevolent, yeah.
Exactly, benevolent. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I've been using that to flesh out the backstory of one of the characters in the game. We had the oppressors be this group who had taken over the player character's homeworld. So we defined who the oppressors were. We defined the character's homeworld, and basically played out a couple of games of that. And we ended up going down some significant themes about how her homeworld was disempowered, and the methods by which the oppressive force did that. And now I can take that into the sort of main game, which is good.
I always love that kind of thing. I've always wanted to do a big kind of epic in a weekend type thing where you can build the world and the history through Microscope at the beginning.
Microscope, yeah.
And then play the tabletop game. Because we did that for a short... God, maybe Pathfinder? Maybe I did play Pathfinder once? I can't remember now. But it was for a tabletop game, but it's a kind of original setting. And we played Microscope first. And that built the world, and then we played in it. And what was great about that is that everyone had a grounding in what was going on. So you could make some interesting character choices, or you kind of knew what NPCs were talking about when they were kind of spouting off about history.
Oz, have you ever played My Life with Master?
No.
Similar kind of game. You set up the type of master you have. There are lots of different kinds, and then you all play like the Igors, running around making it happy until you get to a point where you're strong enough to overcome your master.
Oh, that's interesting. I was worried that you were going to say it was some sort of 50 Shades of Grey role-playing game.
I mean, it could be.
Well, I guess.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
master. I tighten the bonds.
That sounds really interesting. I'm going to have to look that up.
It was a lot of fun. It's kind of like a similar dark comedy thing where you can't, if you take it too seriously, it gets weird. But if you just play it for what it is for fun, it's kind of interesting. So
I've played about 4 or 5 games of Dog Eat Dog now, all with different people, and all of them have come out saying that it's one of those games that sort of really builds empathy for the situations that people go through. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's one of those things where you can you can read into a lot of what you're playing. But yeah, that was most of my week, aside from going out for Sunday lunch today, which is always good.
Nice. I'm going to cook one later.
Good.
V, how you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Cool.
Nice chill weekend.
Nice.
Getting to plan how to demolish buildings on Acton on Friday. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see how terribly that goes for us.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, not about next week, so it'll have to be the week after.
Yeah, of course.
You'll have 2 weeks of me giving you the DM face and I've had an idea.
It's the worst. It's the worst because I'll just be there typing away at something, and then Sam's like, "Oh, I've just thought of this thing," and then I get the DM face because Sam can't tell me because I play in the game, but he's just thought of it. It's the worst.
Does the face include hands that come together like this?
It's probably a variation of that somehow. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I've been prepping for my Tuesday Star Trek game, where I get to my players were playing the original series Bridge Crew, and they're like, we want more stuff going wrong on the Enterprise. So that's what they're getting. And I wasn't there last week because I screwed up my shoulder. But this week I'm gonna have fun tormenting them now that they're all back at the table.
Is your shoulder better?
It doesn't hurt as much anymore, but occasionally if I twist it in the wrong way, it's painful. But
have you been to a chiropractor or anything about it?
I went to A&E and they were like, so you sprained the muscle under your shoulder. We don't know how, because apparently you haven't done sports or, picked up anything heavy. So I'm great at impossible injuries.
You should put it on the CV. That sounds like a definite spy trait. Great at impossible injuries. Preferably to other people.
Not always, though.
Yeah, and then I've been slowly doing some more prep work on the post-apocalyptic campaign I want to run at Roleplay Havens next quarter. I still haven't decided on a system, and I totally have to submit that game tonight. So,
mate,
good luck to me.
Told you to make it up. Make it up.
Yeah.
Tell everyone it's fifth, and then just make it up.
Post-apocalyptic is it?
It's very kind of Fallout style, but less of the weird. I just decided to homebrew some stuff because I couldn't find a post-apocalyptic game that felt right. So it's probably just going to be a weird mishmash of systems.
That's probably what I would do. Or I'd do a hack of Call of Cthulhu because it's a super easy game to hack, and you've got a nice death spiral built in.
Yeah.
It depends how realism you want to go and how mechanic light and just go with things you want to go.
I want it to be a little bit crunchy because I like it when games make you care about resources and having stuff. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. Because the thing is, I can run it really seriously, but I know what my players are like. It will very quickly just become like Fallout, but with more comedy. So.
And I mean, Fallout's already a bit pastiche.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to submit it and just not put a game system on.
Just don't. And then when they ask you later, then decide.
Yeah, just whatever I blurt out in the moment when someone puts me on the spot.
Monster Hearts! Oh, shit.
But yeah, so that my weekend has just been prepping for stuff and then watching Salem on Netflix.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how I feel about their portrayal of witchcraft yet, but I'm trying not to be salty about something.
Have you seen that? Is it Always a Witch or something like that they've called it?
No, I haven't.
Just if you're interested in witchcraft, I just thought that was a new witchy thing that had just come out.
Oh,
it's
cool.
usually about a resurrecting witch, from what I could gather from the trailer.
Cool. Me and my other half tend to get really salty about stuff that presents because we're both practicing pagans and just be like, that's not how that works. That's not what that thing does.
How did you feel about Sabrina?
Oh, what's worse is we started watching it just to see how bad it was. We kind of like the storyline.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we're just kind of like, that's not how that thing works.
Yeah.
That statue that you see in the school, no, it's not the devil, that's Baphomet.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. So I was like, on a being practicing pagan level, I'm like, there's so much wrong with this. You've just mishmashed all of these traditions together in one big melting pot and it doesn't work. But at the same time, I'm like, I have to keep watching because I actually kind of enjoy it. It's like a weird guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of magic, we have some gangster croupier security people to beat up. I couldn't think of a segue, so
That's fine.
I went with it. No, that's cool. So I do want to test combat. So
I cast Fireball.
Okay. Do you have
I search for traps.
Do you have a watch of Fireball?
A watch of Fireball. Now I want one. I need to go and talk to our Q.
Yeah, exactly.
On that.
Well, so some of the idea behind some gadgets is that basically you can. So there would be levels of gadgetry.
It'd be like a watch of delayed Fireball. That's when you just roll a grenade along the floor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But the idea is that you could augment a flamethrower. So you use the stats for the flamethrower, but as a gadget pick, you disguise it, or you make it smaller, or you make it into something. So it could be like a flamethrower pistol, or it could be like a flamethrower in a watch or something. In an umbrella. Yeah, exactly. But giving people that freedom
umbrella blowtorch.
Yeah.
It's an acetylene torch. You just like push it up the end.
Yeah. It's
Inbuilt shielding. Oh, I'm about this, but we have to fight these werewolf security guards.
Literally anything like that. There are
They're not werewolves anymore. I'm sorry to say, or maybe they are. You can't tell because they're human now.
Do you want the werewolf tokens back?
I do want the werewolf token back.
I'm
sad. I hadn't looked and noticed that you changed them.
Let me find the werewolf tokens.
I like the fact that we've managed to inject some fantasy into a game that does not have fantasy.
What was it? Bouncer? Yeah, it was werewolf bouncer. Oh god, where am I looking? Look at the wrong bit. So that's just a Pokemon. What? I swear.
We fight them and they're like,
Okay.
bouncer, bouncer.
You know this werewolf bouncer is legit because he's holding a clipboard.
Oh yeah. And I like the little walkie-talkie as well.
It is decent, isn't it? Yeah. I might retcon. I checked because James was like, "Oh, mate, you said they had guns, and guns are, hard and stuff." And I was like, "Oh yeah, snap." So might be that these guys just don't have guns.
Well, they could have guns. They just might not be loaded.
Yeah. So we'll figure something out with that. Cool. All right.
I mean, to start with, I'm very wary about firing off shots in the back room of this casino in case everybody suddenly realizes that we have guns.
You have the silenced pistol, though, right?
I have the heavy pistol.
I swear James gave you a silencer, though.
I don't think we got silencers.
No.
They're not in the crew
I
pack.
thought one of us did. Yeah, can I have a pretty please link to the shared folder because I can't find it anywhere. I'm in my Google Docs. I'm looking at all my shared files. But I have so many.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at that file. And I don't think any of us has got silencers.
Oh, all right.
Just find a pillow and use that. That's fine. It's basically the same thing. You just gotta slow down the speed of the projectile.
Where do I put this? I'll put it in Twitter. So that should be... Yeah.
You could use a body as a silencer. You just gotta hope the bullet goes straight through.
Wow. I mean, on one hand, you don't need to worry that the bullet goes straight through because you might just be killing the person in front of you.
Charlie, you've got a light pistol with suppressor. So, you've got a silencer.
I know one of us did.
There you go. You just need to take out both these security guards yourself. You're fine.
And all the other people in that room.
This is true. There are...
No, I just need to wait for them to take me to the security office. Because that's further back from the casino floor as well, and doesn't have windows.
I need to map that out now, don't I?
I need to go to the antechamber.
The anteroom, yeah.
Are we just doing this to make Sam draw more maps?
I don't want to draw more maps. I want to fight these
You
people.
can just open up the map that we had last time.
Yeah, we have the maps on Google Drive, don't we?
Just drag it up.
Yeah. But I just, so that it's actually mapped out with the 5-foot squares as well. If I promise minimal consequences, will you fight these two guys, please?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll do it.
Cool.
I didn't get to play Warhammer this week. I'm so down.
Right. All right. Let's fulfill a little bit of that for you.
Yeah, I'm ready. Either way, I'm ready.
All right. Cool. Roll for initiative.
Fight.
I need to find their stats because they're in the Google Doc bit. This is well prepared, Sam. Well done.
It's alright. 21.
Nice.
All right.
Grace came to play.
In case we need it as well, I rolled a 10.
Yeah, why not?
I did not roll well.
It's okay, you're busy. Does the suppress trait change anything about the light pistol? Make it hit less or anything?
No, it just makes it silent. Movie physics too, so it is literally just like pss, pss, rather than anything else. The typical suppressors don't work how people think they work.
Oh, are they just very loud but not as loud?
Yeah, basically. So because a lot of the sound actually comes from the casing in the chamber itself. What it does is it changes the reverberation of the direction. So if you're quite a way down the street from somebody and you're shooting another fire team, and they're getting hit, they're not necessarily hearing the bullets come from your direction. They're hearing them just come
Oh, okay.
scattered around.
It's a wide sound.
Yeah, it's more about the direction of it than anything else. But James Bond in the 60s established this little pss, pss thing, which meant that no one could hear it. So I'm going with that because that's sometimes cooler.
Yeah.
And it's what you expect.
I'm gonna break the one rule we were told, which is don't do anything in the casino. It's fine.
Don't do anything dumb, yeah. Okay, cool. So let's take it easy on ourselves, skip the surprise round and all that. We know we're going to fight. Just remember, so normal actions, bonus actions, movement and reactions. Do you remember the other little bits and bobs that I added? So reloading it as an action.
Yes.
And second wind, so spending your hit die if you need to.
I've got 9 rounds before I need to reload.
So I have adrenaline burst as well as second wind. Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Wait till the bullets start flying, because even though James warned me against how like deadly these guys with guns would be,
Yeah.
he's put a light pistol in their stats.
Okay.
So
Suddenly, cover becomes very important when it's a gun and not a bow and arrow.
yeah. But that's so true though as well about cover anyway. So all right, cool.
But D&D, you just kind of blaze through it. It doesn't really...
Why are they also challenge rating 3?
Oh dear.
Because they have guns.
Yeah.
That's okay. Grace is fine. Grace has got this.
Okay.
She's ready. She put on her killer heels today. She's ready to go.
I'm maybe just going to take their hit points, some of their hit points away.
How many dabs is Grace doing right now?
Dabs?
Is she on like 3 dabs?
I don't know what that means. Yes.
To dab.
Oh.
Can we not?
Is that like the Usain Bolt thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know nothing about anything.
It's cool. Even the kids don't do it anymore, so I'm just being...
I could do the flossy thing.
Okay.
Good on you.
I have no idea what's
That's
happening.
a thing, right?
Cool, so they're going last.
Yes, that's what I want. I can only take 1 shot per turn, correct? It's an action to take 1 shot.
Yeah, so a shot is an attack, yeah.
Roger.
Um,
Alright, are these desks?
yeah, the desk with all the counting chips and stuff on them.
Nice.
Underneath the desks, is it like open, or can one jump over and hide behind these desks?
Yeah, it is open. They are just tabletops rather than kind of...
And are they bolted to the floor, or can they be tipped over?
They can be tipped over, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so funnily enough, it's Grace that gets the first turn.
Damn straight is. Alright, I want to shoot the guy on the right, pretty please.
Right. Any movement before, or
No.
deal with that after? Cool. All right. Well,
Yes.
you're like 10 foot away, so yeah, it's just a straight up short range shot. No disadvantage or anything.
10!
Any additions? Oh, okay, you've already had that in.
Already did it, yep.
No, sorry.
That's fine. I hope that just caused panic in the room as a gunshot goes off. Grace is going to use that panic to slide under this table to the back because she's short and stealthy.
Cool. You should have control of your little person. So yeah.
I'm probably going to imagine that takes me like double the movement it would normally take. So that's 20 feet of movement.
Thanks for being your AGM there. I appreciate
Sorry.
it. I appreciate it. I like it. Yeah.
And then I've got 1, 2, 3. We do diagonals, right?
Yeah.
A little doo-doo. All right, so it's 20 feet to that door.
Mm-hmm.
The windows, are they the side that I'm on that go out to the casino?
No. This room doesn't have any windows.
Okay, it's not
secure.
Okay. It's secure. All right, so I have 10 feet of movement left. So I am gonna move to this corner and kind of just duck down here.
Mm-hmm.
Make myself nice and small.
That's cool.
I don't want to knock it over right now.
I mean, I'll give you like half cover anyway because you are behind something at least. Yeah, and you're being small. That's all cool.
Yeah.
I am small. Oz.
So do I hear these gunshots?
I'm imagining, Grace, you haven't put the silencer on, seeing as there's panic now in the room.
Yeah, she was going for maximum panic. The more bodies that get between her and the guys, the happier she is right now.
She's gone loud.
Yeah, she's gone loud. Very loud.
How do you judge distances in that? Is there a button or?
On the little left sidebar thing, the fourth one down, click that, and then you get the little
Cool.
measurer.
Cool. In that case, I would like to hear this, kind of snap my head around. I look at Virginia quickly, and think Virginia's got the person in the chokehold, so I'm just gonna go basically.
Yeah.
Pulling out my taser as I run, I would like to blast through the door, and so that's 1, 2. That's.
Just realised I didn't give you guys a door.
Is the door next to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Burst through the door. Unless that's going to take additional movement to open these doors and get there.
No.
I'm then gonna charge, if I can, directly at the closest bouncer, taser in hand.
Okay. So your movement speed is what? Because that was 1, 2, 3. That was 20 feet already, wasn't it?
That was 15 feet in 3.
Oh yeah, 5, 10, 15. Sorry.
So that would be 1, 2, and do I have to go around the corner, or can I?
No, I'll let you scooch over that.
Cool. I do like a sliding over a car hood style.
Yeah.
Scooch over the top and try and tase this foo.
Tase me, bro. Right. Yeah. So tasers, as we were actually chatting in the week about this. So tasers, as I've written them, are the UK police tasers that are a little like gun with just like 15 feet that fire the thing. You can, if you want, just have like a handheld taser thingy, and we'll just make it a melee thing instead of ranged.
I would prefer I'm good with either, but let's go with melee.
Just I'm cool with that.
Just so we have a mix up of melee and range for you. Yeah, grabbing. I'm just going to try and barrel into the guy with the taser.
Cool.
Do I have? I'm assuming I have proficiency in taser.
Yes.
And I get 13 total.
It doesn't hit him.
Damn these well-trained security guards.
So you try and go for him with a taser, and this guy pulls out some martial arts, blocks the taser, moves around, gets out the line of direction, that kind of thing.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I look at him. He looks at me. We both recognize that we have a level of training, and there's a moment, but we're both professionals. We know what we're doing.
Yeah. Cool.
If we had met in the gym, it would be a good moment. But where we are now, it's not a good moment.
Bad moment. Nice. Virginia, you're next.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the woman that's still in the room with me. Be like, do not run, lock the door, stay low to the ground, and then just hope she does as I've told her.
Cool.
I'll come out of the door and oh gosh, I have to remember how to do things on here now. To get into here is like 20 foot.
Yep.
This guy here, is that another security guard?
Just to your right.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the casino staff, one of the counters.
Okay.
I take it the gun is just part of their token. They don't actually.
Yeah, sorry. I looked for gambler, and I got this.
Okay.
Looks like someone played the Ace of Spades and was lying.
Yeah.
So I've got another 10 foot to move. So I'm trying to find a decent place that I can get some cover. I
mean, you could use me as cover.
I don't want to use Grace as cover. I feel like that's mean. I will get up to here then. Oh gosh, I have to click off of this. Here we go. I will move up to here.
You get some half cover there as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna shoot at the guy here because I don't want to risk hitting Armstrong.
Cool.
So pistol out and firing off a shot. what is my modifier to this thing? 2? 2? No.
Where is Armstrong?
Can you not see him on the map?
It's there.
That's a 12, so I don't think that hits.
Why can't I ping? Oh.
Yeah, he's not on my map, but that's okay.
It's the guy here. He's rotating.
Oh, he's disappeared. That was so random. Okay.
Weird. A 12 doesn't hit either.
Nope.
Ooh. This is
Gotta
why they.
shoot better.
This is why they're challenge 3, I guess. I think it's James.
Alright.
Okay, then it is their go. This guy's in a tussle with you. It's just going to move. Not actually going to move. This guy. It's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Yep, that works out. And he's going to try and... disarm's not actually an action, is it?
I thought, oh, it's part of a grapple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a part of grapple.
Yeah. It's going to try and grapple you. So this is a contested roll, strength. I'm rolling strength athletics. Charlie, you can roll either strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Alright, let me take a peekaboo at my sheet. I think I want the Dexy one. Yes, I do want the Dexy one. Alright, so yeah, she's going to be acrobatic about this. Plus 2. 18.
Nice.
Oh,
Get on my level.
good job. You duck and dive and dodge out the way. And let's resolve the. I'll do some unarmed attacks towards you, trying to.
What I imagine happens is he goes to grab her.
Yeah.
And she just does that thing where he grabs onto the sleeve of her jacket because she was in that bar uniform or whatever, and she just takes the jacket off.
Yeah, slips the jacket off.
Perfect.
It's probably kind of kung fu hustle type stuff right now. Nice.
And so he's got the jacket and she's still got the gun.
That's good. Cool. So this guy doing some kung fu moves to try and punch you, Oz, or try and punch Armstrong. Let me roll here.
If I don't do it too close, we won't get copyright strikes. That's why that sounded terrible.
Yeah, I believed you. I really believed you.
13 versus your AC.
My AC. Oh, hang on. No, because I'm wearing the stuff on the starter list, aren't I? So that's light armor, which gives me what armor class?
12 plus that.
Is 13, which means that you hit me.
Oof. Just. All right. It's going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
Because it's punch, isn't it? Which is just 1 plus your mod.
Okay. Yeah, he gets a solid blow.
Noise.
Nice.
Bam. Oh, I should have added his proficiency as well, because you're always proficient with your unarmed attacks. Dope. All right. Cool. That's all right.
He's
Learning.
not. He didn't go to punching school. He doesn't know that you don't cut the thumb inside.
Cool. All right. Well, that was them. I'm going to move these guys around in some kind of crazy way. So these guys run this way out the door.
Trying to flee.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Isn't to the
Yes,
north
they
a like a closed area?
that is actually the casino.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, this map's a tiny bit different from last week's, but it's close enough.
Is that right? I thought that was actually the casino.
I think we came into this room the wrong way when we came in, so I'm not
Right.
gonna.
Yeah, it says to casino floor to me.
It's fine. Carry on.
It's fine.
My
Yeah.
little layout. Cool. All right.
It's one of those modern casinos where it's modular and it's all on hydraulics and moves around.
All open plan. Just take the money, it's fine. Cool, it's alright. Grace has got a dude in front of her, currently holding her coat. What does she do next?
I want to do cool things, but also I should do practical things like shoot him in the face. I'm going to shoot him in the face.
Alright. I believe... Did I write this? Disadvantage within 5 feet?
It should be if it's a ranged attack.
Yeah.
But then a gun to the face is kind of hard to miss, right?
Yeah, but he's very easily...
22.
Oh, all right. He's very confused by the
I can
jacket.
get a disadvantage if you want. Hold on. 6. There you
go.
See, maybe like she's got the gun out and he's just got her jacket and he just holds the jacket up and she fires into the jacket. We hear the no idea where the bullet's gone. But as he's holding the jacket up, so now his face is shielded and can't see where the hell she's going, she's gonna swing around this table past Virginia, whose character's name I've forgotten, I'm really sorry.
Nix.
Past Nix. And she is going to grab the fire extinguisher that's on the wall.
All right.
Is there a fire extinguisher on the wall?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
By the door. Do you want to move yourself over?
Yes, I will. I was just going to see if you were going to let me do this bullshit, but that's cool.
Yeah, no worries. And I'll even forget about the attack of opportunity from because he's got the coat.
He could take it at disadvantage if you like.
Yeah, he's got the coat stuck up there. It's fine. He's pretty shocked by the bullet hit, so that's cool.
Yeah, just kind of past his face.
Yeah. It's a very, very quick oh shit reaction. So that's cool. Next is it's you, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is just continue to try and tase this guy. I'd like to try and ensure that none of these civilians are getting harmed. But when they're running through the door, are they obviously they're running through? Are there more security guards on the other side that I can see when the door opens or anything like that?
There's the alarm, if there's a silent alarm maybe. Oh no, hang on, yeah. So the last session the alarm got rung by the little panic button thing, didn't it? Yeah. Which is where the guy so
these guards would have come from the casino floor anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is that you see just at a glance through the doors there's a bit of panic in the casino. People look a bit confused about what to do, the patrons at least. Some of the staff are starting to try and get people to leave. And you can see one or two other kind of suited security guards that are
in that case
walking
through. I would like to try and tase this guy, but I mean I don't know if I can do both on the same turn, and if I can't, that's fine. I would also like to try and barrel him through the door because I want to look in the direction of the table we were meant to find that guy at.
Yeah. So it's a kind of interesting thing that do you remember if the days of fourth ed? Do you remember I think it was Bull Rush?
Yeah.
Bull Rush? Like we don't have that anymore. And you can't move people around that easily. I mean if you isolate, I'm gonna say rules wise you can do one or the other. What you can do is you can try and grapple him and move him forward.
Okay.
Or you can attack him with a taser.
Okay, he is in the way of the door, and our mission is to find this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the idea of barreling through the door, grabbing hold of him, also looks really cool in my head. So let's do that one.
All right, cool.
I like that too. Yeah, I think the only way you could do that in 5th ed is with the grappler feat or something, where it adds an additional either push or knock prone.
Right.
Okay, so what do you want?
It's
athletics?
a strength athletics check, and I'm going to roll dexterity acrobatics.
Critical roll.
Ooh. I'm not going to roll. So you grab him. Did you want to move him through the door then?
I can't move him. I can move me. Cool.
Like that?
Yeah, that's fine. And the whole time I'm thematically trying to punch him or grabbing him and or throw him to the floor or something, but I'm imagining we just end up in this big punch up just outside the door.
Well, you've grappled him, so you've grabbed both his arms. or yeah, he is kind of trying to fight you off, but you've
Actually,
pushed forward through.
At the time when we go through the door, can I basically have barreled into him and we're both knocked to the ground?
Yeah, if you want.
Cool. And now I want to kind of just look up over at table 2, if I can, and see who is around the table.
There's a couple of like Caucasian patrons. There are also a few Asian patrons. They're being shepherded by the croupier to leave out of the front door.
Nobody obviously evil or anything like that.
No sense
monocle
evil going off.
Okay.
No eye patches or anything like that.
Damn it.
No.
Is Mustang Mattresses guy there? Because Oz would recognize, not Oz. Armstrong, sorry.
He was on a different table. He's more in towards the center of the casino, and he's like scooping up all his chips, trying to scoop up some other people's chips,
Just
just
one
for
of
like.
those giant cowboy hats that's just all going.
Yeah, he's chucking it in the cowboy hat.
Like a bucket.
Yeah. So he's chucking it in there, and yeah, he's in a bit of a hurry to try and get out too. Security are beginning to advance on you guys from here. Kind of towards your position. Yeah, from like the casino floor. So.
Good job. We know where there's a getaway car, right?
Yeah.
Can I shout out very loudly the word "Jijin" and see if anybody turns their head?
Oh, all right.
Or if no one moves at all, and then it's that person.
Yeah.
You do shout that, and let me check the mission thing. I believe from where you are, you don't notice anybody. Oh, why am I opening the same thing? It's in the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, because it could be that they were going to pass it on to another person, and we've just ruined the whole thing.
Yup. That was our job, right? Trash the casino, ruin everyone's day, kill bystanders.
We have not yet killed anyone.
You're right.
Yet.
That's not... Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. You catch the eye of somebody who, when you shout that, looks at you, and it's a fairly built, strong Asian guy in a suit. Again, quite a similar vibe to the security guards, in that kind of, you can see and recognize from yourself like a, professional bodyguard type, close protection officer type person. Let me check the thing again. Okay, that's right. There better be a description here, James.
James, type fast.
You see a medium human.
Medium human.
You see a medium human.
We should get James in here one day. That'd be fun.
He can play Jijin.
Jijin. Yes.
Sorry. Right. Let me get this right. So, the suited person you see who looks at you is a tall, quite strong Asian gentleman in a really nice collarless suit. He looks to be fairly businessman-like.
Right.
And next to him is a shorter Asian woman. Still looks like she could take care of herself in a fight. And she looks to be, at a glance, his close protection officer person.
Okay.
His bodyguard
Type.
So despite the fact that his own muscles are rippling through the suit, he's got this awesome protection next to him.
Yeah, but that's the gym type of muscles. Where
They don't do anything.
But no cardiac.
Yeah.
Cardio, not cardiac. Different things.
Yeah.
Slightly different things, but yeah. 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 All right.
Okay.
That's what you see as a glance. V, it's up to you now, I think.
Okay, so there's still the guy here that tried to
Yeah.
grab
There's still the guy
Grace.
below here.
Is it? It's not an action to holster my pistol. It's just like a free action.
No, holstering is just.
So I can just put that in. That doesn't.
Yeah,
cost me.
that's part of your move. It's not.
So
a thing.
I'm gonna holster the pistol, and I imagine that Nyx keeps her like the garrote string almost like wound round her wrist in the way that like you can
Like a bracelet.
pull that out, and I want to try and slide across the table and catch the guy around the neck with it. Because what I'm thinking is that if I can grab him, I can
Like-
walk with him.
Spraying chips across the floor as you go. Yeah, all right.
Because if I can grab him and get behind him, other people make really good cover.
It's true.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Can I, as a reaction, because I'm right next to you, assist by putting my hands out so you can use my hands as a launch pad to get up on the table to give you more momentum for that
Yeah.
slide?
Yes.
All right.
By the way, Sam, I told you I do bullshit. You just tell me to stop anytime.
It's fine. But it means I get a bit more used to 5e because I don't run it ever, so that's cool. Yeah. So Virginia, this will be with advantage.
Yay. Okay, so I just.
I
make
will
a-
note that I blew my reaction action, even though that's kind of bullshit what I just did. But that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I want you to roll acrobatics instead of an attack, and if you succeed against the AC, then you've done the thing
Okay.
and caught the guy. Where are we here?
4. So rolling with advantage. You just roll another dice.
Yeah.
Oh, it did not. Apparently, I did not type that correctly.
If you do the up arrow, you don't have to type it twice. Just puts in whatever you put in last.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 and add 4 to it. I'm so bad at typing things in. 15 is the top one.
You use Grace's hands as a little foothold, launch yourself towards the table. Chips go flying as you wind your garrote string around this guy's neck and pull, dragging him along with you. I reckon you guys are going to move a bit as you
Well, I wanna
slide
try-
along here and kind of to here. You've got him.
Yeah, I wanted to try and like grab him and swing around behind him because I want to try and walk him basically in my next turn.
So this is actually a really interesting thing with the garrote string, right? Because you're kind of grappling somebody
It's got
and
the
making an
grappling-
attack.
It's got the grappling property.
There we go. Right.
So-
Okay. Cool.
Does he get the restrained condition? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's 2
Let's-
hands to use the garrote string.
Let's check. Yeah. What's
Well,
my
his
rule?
hands would still be free, right? So he wouldn't. Oh, I guess the restraints in limited movement, right?
Yeah. What's my rules is written here? Both hands to attempt to grapple. You grab the opponent, and they are subject to the restrained condition. Let me grab the SRD out. Hang on. Going into the actual source material, guys.
Going to the source.
Yeah.
Nyx is such a badass. I love it.
It's wonderful.
This is what she's good at. She's better at grabbing people around the throat than she is at shooting at people.
Okay. The restrained creature's speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and their attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. You add that to grappled. Yeah, grapple also ends if an effect removes the grappled person
So,
from reach of the
what?
grappler.
Then, once you've got that garrote on, does that then mean to hold on to the garrote, you've got advantage to keep it there because the creature is restrained and therefore attacks against it have advantage?
Yeah, well, rules as writ again, an ability check, the opposed test to get out of it, isn't an attack action, is it? I don't think.
Right, but to continue to pull, so they would still get their opposed as normal.
Yeah.
then when you continue to pull, that would then be an advantage for every time you try and pull on it, then forward, correct?
Yeah. So I guess so. So
Okay.
if you have hold of them, and Virginia, if you're trying to strangle him.
I'm not trying to kill him. I want to tighten it enough that I can basically force him to walk. I want to use him as moving cover, essentially.
Yeah.
It says that you can kind of drag someone along, and it just takes an extra. It's like an extra foot to your movement.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I need to make sure I add that into restrained, or maybe just into this part, because there are probably other things that can restrain you. Cool. Is the grappling thing, just out of very quick interest from me, is the grappling property in here already, or did I make it up? I think I made it up. Because I don't have the...
Oh, if it's grappled, it should be contested by him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking here. It says to roll a strength athletics check.
So I was letting you roll dexterity acrobatics because you were diving across the table and doing that cool thing. So let's do a... you had advantage though, right?
Yeah. So the total was 15.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll give it a go then. I'm going to go with strength. Total 15 though. Because you've got an 11 there, but you need to add 4 to it.
Plus 4, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you succeed that. And you guys can see my rolls, right, on the chat?
Yeah.
Cool. Just checking. And cool. Yeah. So you've grappled him. No damage. But yeah, you've got him. Unfortunately, you're kind of at the wrong angle. Like you're the wrong way at the moment.
Do I not have enough movement to swing round behind him off of the thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I
you should be able to move your token.
Yeah. So I'd probably be like here. I want to end up behind him. So
yeah. Do you have any more movement? We had...
No, that's all of my movement.
Yeah?
Yeah.
20 to there, 5 to there.
Oh, okay. In which case I've got 5 foot.
So, drag him along.
I'd probably be pushing him along because I actually want to go towards the door.
That's cool.
Where Grace is standing, because I think the casino floor is going to be a bit problematic in a
crazy
minute.
times. Yeah. Cool. All right. It is their go now, isn't it? Cool. All right. So Oz, facing you, the guy, you're both prone, which just kind of, I think, cancels out some of the advantage stuff. So I am just going to roll a thwack at you.
Oh,
24.
I felt that.
Yeah. And it's going to be another 4 damage.
Mm-hmm. What does he do?
Because I'm imagining he is underneath you. I think he just goes for just not trying to move around you or anything. I think he is just underneath you and just goes for the face, punches you in the chin. You look back at him and he just goes in a second time just to try it again.
Yeah, and there's
smack,
a big
smack,
welt.
Yeah. It's that you got a bruise. Now you got a bruise and there's a little bit of blood. It's like that kind of build up of action.
I am not in a good way, so
remember you got that second wind and you've got your awesome ooby-dooby adrenaline thing. Okay, and the other guy, I am going to get him to try and get away from this, get out of the restrained condition. So it is must succeed a strength athletics check contested by your strength athletics. Oh no, sorry. Escaping a grapple must succeed strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics contested by your strength athletics B.
Cool. 14.
Not bad.
Anything of athletics? 10. You've still got him. Nice stuff. Okie dokie. Back up to Grace then. Oh well, these let's get rid of some of these guys as they rush off round by you guys. This guy doesn't know what to do.
Panicking.
This woman who's been counting all this, like, you know, chips and stuff and has been piling up trays, she's just backed into a corner like, I hope they fucking rescue us soon. Like, oh god.
Alright, so having boosted Nyx across the table, I now reach again for that extinguisher, and I look up at the CCTV camera, and I want to blast that with some CO2 foam or whatever is in this thing. I'm hoping for foam or for just gas, because that will still be frosty.
I'll give you foam.
Alright, cool. Foam, good for, like, yes. So I want to blast that, and then I actually want to back through the door that I'm by, and I want to look for the CCTV in that, and I'm just going to start shutting down the CCTV in this back area.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Making my way through.
That's cool. I'll let you do that as part of your movement, the old swishy with the fire extinguisher. So just move yourself as you'd like. Yeah, so there'll be like a little security camera in the corner here, another little one in the, like this corner pointing up, upwards.
Okay.
Then probably one towards the other end of the corridor.
Should I be worried that you're taking a no witnesses stance?
Well, it's more Grace is just creating total chaos. So the less control security have over any situation, the better in her mind. So
Okay.
we are splitting, but she's just going to keep blasting it. Like as she goes down this corridor, just keep blasting in front of her, keep things obscured so they maybe don't know how many are following behind me, etc., etc. Just going for maximum chaos. And she's going to go like down this corridor.
Yep.
Watch and go.
Cool.
5, 10, 15. All right, I can get to there. Or one step before that.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Oz.
Okay. So just to confirm with everybody, we're not trying to kill anybody, right?
I think it's a bit late. We were told not to fire anything in the casino. We were told, like, even outside, preferably not get caught. But
This is true. You fired the first shot, didn't you?
I did.
So you went loud. Okay. In that case, I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'm like, this guy's just punched me twice in the face, and you know that moment when you just you're hurt, and then you're hurt again in the same place, and your body just releases this burst of adrenaline, as it were, and then I feel suddenly full of vitality, getting 1d10 plus my soldier level in temporary hit points.
Roll it.
Getting two temporary hit points.
No.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, from my point of view, Grace has gone loud. So what I'm going to do is, from behind my back, I'm going to pull out my pistol, and just to the guy on the floor, I'm going to try and like kneel up, aim it down, and just fire. I get a +2 bonus to attack rolls I make with the pistol at short range, and I don't have disadvantage.
Cool. And you have advantage because he's prone, and you're right above him, standing right above him.
This is wonderful.
This is where you need to crit.
So I have with a pistol. Sorry, bonus. Uh, 24 or 22.
Yeah.
24.
Either of those is good.
Cool. So the pistol 1d10 plus, is it dexterity that I roll? Cool. That's more like it. 11 damage.
You shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Well, you shoot him in the head and just do one in the chest as well, just to make sure he's out.
Okay. In that case, I shout over the comms to the team a brief brief description of Jin, stating that I have seen the target and I am in pursuit. Where are they right now? Where did they go when?
Okay, so the interesting thing here is that all of the other patrons, the croupiers are all directing them out the front doors. There is a casino security guard who's met up with these guys, and they are directing Jin towards the like up this way towards like the northeastern side of things.
Okay. In that case, what I would like to do is roll behind a casino table, and I want to wait one round for hopefully Nyx to catch up, or Grace to catch up, because taking on security guard, strong Jijin person and female in charge person.
I believe in you, Armstrong. 3-on-1. That's like Saturday night. Come on.
Yeah, with 6 hit points left and 2 temporary hit points. I don't know about that. I could do, but for now, if I were to engage, I'd want it to be on my turn. So I'm going to leave a round for you two.
Okay, cool.
If you don't make it, that's fine. I'm probably going to jump in.
Do you want to move yourself up to the?
I'm totally
casino
just
table?
teasing. You do what you want to do, my
I
friend.
just popped in there for you.
Cool. I got my back to it, ducked down, gun in hand.
Cool. You've got full cover from that there, so from anybody right now, because there's that one security guard who's with them. There's obviously the female security guard, like bodyguard person, who's part of the two.
It's a female.
Two.
Yeah, sorry. It's the woman who is the bodyguard, isn't it?
Female bodyguard, male businessman guy.
Male, strangely strong businessman guy. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. A little blackjack table.
Cool.
I can't believe I found those tokens. It's amazing. Cool. So it's over to Nyx then. V, what's she up to?
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be hard. Are we going for the car? Is that where Grace is going?
You can ask the team. You were all on comms.
Yeah. Are we going for the car? Are we going for him?
I expect they're going for the car, so I'm following them. If you get ahead of them, then we'll catch them in the pincer.
Cool. In which case, I will shoving this security guy forward, because cover
We
is.
could at least do a photo of the person, because we haven't had a visual ID before.
That is true. If someone else doesn't get it before me, I'll take a selfie.
I'm gonna walk with this guy, like holding him with the garrote string by the neck and shoving him forward with my forearms to here. Oh, is it gonna let me do a ping? To here, because that's the furthest I can move, because each foot of movement costs me an extra 1. Yeah, I think I can get to there. Have I added that up right?
Sorry, James sent me a retconned guard, so I'm looking at it now.
Hold on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No, I can get to here. So if I get to this square.
Yeah. You can rotate the guy anywhere you need to. So
Yeah.
put him in as just a square adjacent to you is all fine.
I can't move his token, Sam.
Oh, I
Only
will
you
give
can do
you.
that.
Shall I give you permission?
Please.
Advanced, basic, controlled by Virginia. There you go. Controlled by Virginia.
I'm going to shove him out the door first.
Okay.
But that's as far as I can physically move. But I'm basically going to shove him out and look round and make sure that Grace is doing okay, and just keep an eye up that corridor to make sure no one comes running round.
Sure.
Grace calls keeping things frosty. There's like foam.
I'd be more like, it's a foam party. Maybe.
Look, it's a finite resource, Sam. All right, we can't just go wild here.
Just thought it was more of a but it's foam, isn't it? It's not. CO2's a frosty, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
If you do make a pun like that, there is a quick camera snap back to my character's face as I'm just like, ugh.
I have been watching.
You feel it in the back of your head.
I have finally been catching it with Parks and Recs, so I'm imagining some awkward camera looks.
I like talking faces, talking heads, as I do a gym to the camera.
And there's just that cut to an interview after the operation. It's like I hate her fucking quips. They are so annoying.
They don't even make sense.
No, they don't even make sense.
Nix will probably be standing at the door after hearing that, going, "I fully support your decisions."
Oh man, this is going to be like the Office of the spy espionage games.
I now really want to play that as a full-on campaign.
Let's do it.
Your reactions to do fourth wall breaking.
We'll make this happen in here. I spend my reaction to look at the camera awkwardly.
I have tried some of the things. What I did, I got some interviews from players beforehand and put them as quick snap cuts at the beginning of the show. I didn't go through the whole thing, but I really could have.
Oh my god!
You just post up the you know how Encounter Roleplay does the gifs.
Yeah.
We totally got you this week as well.
I'm a GIF. I'm a GIF.
You're a GIF.
I'm a GIF.
A gift of a gift. But yeah, so you'll just have me going. Which is a gift that they made of me.
Yeah. I should try and. I don't know how to make GIFs. I've never tried, so I'll try and grab some reactions from us. I don't know. Maybe it'll matter to the 3 people watching. Anyway.
Matters to me. So.
Yeah, I know. It's you and James and me. So yeah, there is actually. I'm going to put another guy. Can I copy and paste? Boop. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not quite drawn the corner, but there is a corner up there. So at the end of this corridor, P and Charlie, as you turn around as well, you see another security guard at the end.
Oh, I just realised where we're heading towards because I'm looking at the map on my other screen here.
Is it the security area?
It is.
Oh, good.
There's a nice guard room. So it's going to be fun.
We just block it. It'll be fine.
We need to go through there to get to the car.
Can you just go out and run around to the other side?
That's fine. We'll go through there. It's close quarters. We'll be fine.
Well, I get the feeling that Jijin is going to barrel through this set of doors just in front of you anyway.
We'll
No
see.
hope.
Would be convenient.
I wonder if I should drop this in as a handout actually, very quickly. Back area.
I don't have a prop gun. God damn it.
That's okay. You can't do those on Twitch anyway.
Can you not?
Not allowed to show weaponry on Twitch.
Oh, really? Crazy.
I'm good.
I mean, you can kind of do it, but if they catch you, they can get shitty about it.
Yeah. I was just like, do I have any LARP weapons quickly? But I don't. I'm good.
I have an axe over there that's definitely not a real axe at all, and it doesn't look anything like one.
How did I do this in the first place? Oh, they are here. I'm just being an idiot. There we go. All right, that should be a handout now. That's where you guys are going. So there is a route. There is a route all the way down the corridor to 12, which is the antechamber, and then you go through like a buzz-in caged area just as an exit onto a loading dock, and then you've got the actual proper big loading bay.
This is certainly not how I remember this map. Good job, me.
But you've also got a route through 3, which is changing rooms. 8's the lockers, and that actually leads. Oh, it actually doesn't lead anywhere. That's awkward.
No.
So you've got to go all the way along the.
Well, I mean, Armstrong could try and barrel through the back of the showers into 15. He's not that strong.
Do you have like a small C4 charge somewhere in your belt? That'd be real handy. Like a small plastic explosive charge.
Outside, if I want it, I do have a rocket launcher.
Like, if we were outside, this would not be a problem.
If we can get to the buzz-in room, I've got a brand new friend here who I'm sure I can get to buzz in, or someone can grab his card out of his pocket.
We've got cards. You've got a card and I've got a card. Well, you've got your phone.
Yeah, you can emit the frequency thing to
Armstrong
get through.
has my phone.
Rip. I have a card and you're with me, so we're fine.
See? Oh, yeah. The handoff, I remember now. Cool. All right. So, with this guy having come down this way, screw it. I'm gonna try and shoot you. So I'm nasty. So I'm gonna use their other
Somebody needs to
stats,
turn that into a GIF.
but I am gonna use theirs. What was it? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Proficiencies. Okay. I will. Straight D20 roll. Gracie's going to try and shoot you.
No.
With an 8, I'm guessing not.
No.
No. You spray a little bit of foam towards him as he, like, shoots the wall beside you.
I get, like, passive aggressive, and I'm like, bad cat, bad cat.
Bad wear bouncer. I'm still going to try and escape V. Sorry to be boring, but this guy's...
Okay. Don't be a boring Sam. How are you going to try and escape? Make it interesting.
Shush.
Wow.
Shush. I mean, he's got both hands up at this garrote string. It's basically going to be strength, and so if anything, if I do succeed, he's going to like, I don't even know what the term is. He's going to like tumble you over his back.
So it undoes that twist.
Bro.
In the
Yeah, like
string.
proper like throwing you down. But I'd probably just like both end prone or something crazy.
If you got acrobatic, you could land on the other side.
Yeah.
I do have acrobatics, but I'm waiting to see what Sam rolls. Because I've got a +7 to this.
So okay. So this is contested. But this is you're rolling strength athletics, and I'm rolling strength athletics because that's the better of the two here. Boop.
9. But I do have track and field, which means once per mission I can reroll any strength or dex check.
The abilities, they work.
Yes.
They feel good.
So I'm going to try that again.
I like this.
So it's just proof. When I run games, I roll really, really well, and then as soon as I play in them, I roll really terribly.
What was that again? Once per
mission.
mission. Okay. Interesting. All right.
Champion.
16.
Oh god. There you go. Then you're
You have
all
like a
right.
flashback to this like cutscene flashback to all of your training.
Quick training montage that leads up to this moment.
That one time where you're in like judo class and you get like flipped over and you're like, not again, no.
You get like these quick clips of her failing at like keeping somebody in this move and then finally doing it, and so Grace probably hears from down the corridor, yes. Just the police moment of like, I finally managed this.
Does it start with like a flashback to your parents standing over the very young version of you, just being like, "You're just not good enough, Nix," and then all the different versions, and then
Nix is
finally
there with a skipping rope and a teddy bear. And she's like, "Go to sleep."
That would explain a lot about her character. That's canon now.
Oh my god,
Thank you for
what?
that, Charlie.
Oh my
and
god,
when you succeed, it's in slow motion.
I like to imagine that he tries to do it, and I flip over him and manage to switch the garrote, like keep the twist in it, and just end up in front of him looking very unimpressed.
Yep, there you go. Good times, guys.
Beautiful.
Good times. Now I've just got 80s montage music kind of ticking around in my head. Like, it's not even like a real tune. It's just kind of vague notes. Anyway,
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight of skipping ropes and teddies just so the words go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Okay.
We've got the troubled childhood background for one character.
There you go. It is Grace's turn again.
Grace is gonna take the butt of that fire extinguisher. She's gonna look for one of those little red boxes on the wall and just smash the fire alarm. I imagine there's got to be one down on this wall somewhere.
Yeah. It's just by the doorway here, just 10 feet away from you, just above.
Handy. All right, I was trying to control it on Twitch like a dingus. Bush. And then
Cool. There are now 2 alarms going off in the building.
nice. Does that take my action to bash the alarm?
Nah.
All right. At which point, free action, drop the fire extinguisher,
Mm-hmm.
grab my gun out, and I want to shoot the guy.
All right.
Because, you know, we got to practice shooting guns, right? Ooh,
Yep.
back you go, Grace. Down, girl.
I want to see what his new AC is. Oh,
Nah.
it doesn't matter because you're rolling the damage dice twice and then adding your modifier.
I am. So that's a 1d8. Hang on, I'm excited. 1d8. No, it's 2d8.
2d8 plus your modifier.
Plus, which is just the dex, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus 2. 13.
I believe with the new stats, he is like... It's just a straight, easy kill. Like, you do that kind of little, like, 2-hammer, double tap thing, like... And he just goes...
And then I got...
Like... Yeah. And he does that, like, you know, hits the wall and then, like, slumps down on the floor.
Yeah, so she totally does the whole blow smoke thing, even though it's depressed and there's no smoke. And then she turns and looks at Nix, and gives her a wink.
Should be
Nixon's
henceforth
impressed.
be known as a Wix. I'll give you a Wix. Cool.
You can be
Oz.
Wix, I'll be Squarespace, and we can duke it out later.
Wait, is this a podcast now?
So confused. Now to our sponsors.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Oz, what is Armstrong doing?
So I take out my earbuds where I've been listening to audio, whatever. No. Where are the people I am trying to wait for and chase down?
They are now. I'd try and. You have to make me draw more, aren't you? You have to draw like more of this stuff. I mean, you've got one guy grappled here. I tell you what, let's move it on a bit, kind of like away from combat as such. Was it Nix? Because you've done such a cool like flip over, dodge the counter jobby. You can grab hold of this guy, and he basically, I'm not going to give him a contest to try and get free again. So you can now move him around as you like. He is your hostage. Because both these guys are down. So if we head back to the map a little bit more, I think this is the one with all of them on. No. This is the one with all of them on? Yes. Okay. Let's take you. Let's bookmark you guys all the way back here. Okay, so Armstrong with the gun out there is casino floor, and that to me, yeah, this is like to the back room. Casino floor. You've gone like there.
So just for those watching, we are definitely not thinking up loads and loads of possible sponsorships that this could work with this. As my character looks over at the people who are trying to get away and thinks back to this morning. It's been so difficult ever since he put away his Harry's razor, and it's all about going on the mission.
All right, Grace and
Yeah.
Nix are up the corridor this way. Oh God! Don't move the map.
Oh,
That was me. Don't worry. I just had a moment.
sorry, I was moving the map, and I thought it was me that did that.
No, it's because I'm.
Oh, I just thought something about it. As Grace turns to wink at Nix, she takes off her glasses and goes, Specsavers.
I need to put this on YouTube later, and you guys aren't helping because they might do things to me.
This is parody. This is fine.
Right, parody laws and that. Yo,
Hey, this is free advertising for these brands, okay?
it's true.
I'm sure it's fine if you just stick the fair use line in the bottom, right? That's what everybody does.
We're not
That's how it
using
works, right?
copyrighted material. It's fine.
I'd rather hear sponsorships for like people that like aren't around anymore. Woolworths and stuff. I don't know. Anyway,
Sports Direct.
yep.
There you go. That's Nix's branding for her judo moves. You just get a
Sports
shot of
Direct.
her like trainer at the bottom.
Oh my God. Right, cool. Okay, focus, Bravo team. Right. Oz, you were at the casino at the top here on the map. Let's get the. Where's my little? Do you get a little history of tokens when you've done stuff? I'm sure you do. No, just what you've uploaded. Okay, not helpful. Not helpful. Werewolf. Bouncer. You've also got this guy. Controllable. Wait. Controlled by Virginia. There. You can use him. And let's do oh man. Business? What do we get for business? Businessman? Businesswoman? Oh my god. Oh my god.
What happened?
No.
Is that some kind of
Blinged goblin.
Oh, okay.
That was like the mask, like Jim Carrey as the mask, but as a goblin.
Here's a
Is
bit.
Pimp, daddy, goblin. I'm down.
That the
Sexy goblin?
Question mark. This is either okay. You can either keep the blinged goblin or you can have the Wall Street dragon.
I think Jijin is the blinged goblin, and the Wall Street dragon, whatever that is the bodyguard.
Okay,
The tiny woman bodyguard.
that's fine.
Okay.
How about it?
Why do these tokens exist?
They are being. I don't know,
Goblin, hidden dragon.
but apparently they're subscription sets. So V, you get one too. Quick genuine plug. Thanks for Roll20 for giving me a free premium account.
For all your virtual tabletop needs.
Exactly.
Roll20.com.
Go to roll20.net. Net.
Yes.
They're awesome. Free accounts for all. That's not the shit thing. So yeah, so Oz, they're actually weaving between the tables, just the other side of the table you're at, and they are moving down towards the other entrance to the back room where the ladies are just crossing the corridor.
Okay. I have every understanding that my compatriots are going to be able to deal with Jijin themselves.
Mhm.
So what I'm going to do is pop up from. Sorry, is second wind a bonus action or is it an action?
It's an action.
I'm going to pop up from where I am and try and take out the bodyguard, which will hopefully off-put the Jijin themselves as well as take them out.
Okay.
So getting 12 against them.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. So we just grab the stats. Uh, 12 was it?
Yes.
Doesn't hit. Just as you pop up, try and shoot her. They've moved round to the kind of just behind the corner of that table there. It was actually one of the craps tables, and because of the cover, she ducks, and you try and follow her line a little bit as you shoot into the table, and it's actually a couple of those like casino D6 go flying out the as you hit them. They land on whatever a good craps number is, but off the table.
8?
Yeah, they land on an 8.
Yeah.
Or like a soft something or other. I don't know.
And I cursed myself and I go, should have gone to Specsavers.
They land on 8 the easy way.
Yeah, easy 8. Whatever. That's cool. Okay. Anything else you can want to do here? Any movement you want to make at all?
Next turn I'm gonna charge at the screw it. I'm gonna take the bodyguard out of the picture. I would like to charge towards them.
Now or once you've taken them out?
Now. I would like to charge towards the bodyguard right now, which will remove them from the vicinity of Jijin.
All right.
Unless Jijin gets involved.
We can for now just take this back to the properly like scaled out stuff. So this will actually have been about here, I think. That's fine, because there is another table. They were a bit further to there. and actually they look weird, but they're a bit longer like that. Yeah.
Cool.
So now I need to find the blinged goblin and the Wall Street.
Okay. So yeah, I charge towards the Wall Street Dragon.
Cool.
I'm basically just trying to engage them. Mechanically, I don't have a chance to try and hit them, but I've started blocking whatever they're doing to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. So yeah, if they move past or anything, they'll get you'll get an opportunity attack. I need to roll their initiative now, actually, having introduced them. So for the bodyguard there, the dragon, is that plus whatever I need here. Plus 2, 15. And then... a 4. I haven't done initiative tracker, annoyingly, but that places, there goes...
After... Well, I think the Bling Goblin's after everyone.
Yes, but the dragon, I think, is just before you. Yeah, Grace, dragon, you, V, goblin.
Okay.
Cool. So next up is Nyx. Oh, no. Dragon. Dragon.
I thought you said dragon was just before me.
Do you want us to fill in an initiative tracker?
Yeah, I might as well do one.
It's a great Roll20 feature. And you're right, Sam. You can sign up for free to use almost all of the features that you see us using here today.
Is that at roll20.net?
It is.
Wow.
You guys are too good. Right-click on a token and add to initiative.
How do I do this?
Add turn. Armstrong. That was a... What did you roll originally?
12, I think.
A 9 plus 1, apparently. Although maybe
10.
that was for something earlier.
No, I think you are correct. I think, yes, it was 10.
It's the very top roll, isn't it, at the moment?
Yep.
Cool. That was a 13. Did that work? That worked. That was a 6. Grace is a 21.
Yeah.
Noise. B is a...
I think I was like 11.
You rolled a 9, I remember that.
And then we had... Yeah, it was crap, wasn't he? Remember? What happened to Armstrong's one? 10. It was weird. Okay. There we go.
Perfect.
So, Grace is gone. That guy's gone. Oh, so Nyx is actually before. I was getting that wrong. Okay.
Okay, so it is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll skip Oz for this round, and then we'll go back to the proper initiative.
So, has it been communicated to us that they're coming through that door at the top?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay.
That would have been smart of me.
In which case...
To be fair, I don't know you're actually through that door.
Yeah, he doesn't know where we are right now.
Yeah. In which case, if Nyx doesn't know that, she will... There's no one to shoot here, so she'll just use, like, dash to move. What's that now? She can move...
With the dude?
With the dude. It's an extra foot of movement for each 5 foot that I move, so...
Oh, yeah.
In total, that's...
You're trying to push him harder.
It would be 60, but I think it comes down to 50 in total, because I lose all of that movement.
Well, no, it'll go back down to 30. It'll cost you all of your move, because it's...
It says 1 foot for every 5 foot moved. unless it's...
Does it?
Pretty sure. Hold on, I will find it.
Oh my days. Moving while grappled. While holding an opponent costs 1 extra foot per foot moved. So it's basically
moved. Okay,
each foot costs 2 feet.
Cool. In which case, that will get me...
If only they said your movement goes down to half. That would be...
Yeah.
I can get up to Grace then. So
I mean, I would put that question to everybody, even if anyone's watching in chat as well. Like, because I think the two things though are like, because they stack. If you're in difficult terrain and you're trying to drag somebody, it's not halved. It's divided by 3. So is it?
Well, it's halved and halved again, is it not? Difficult terrain reduces you to half speed, and then you would be halved again if every foot you take costs you 1. Oh no.
As opposed to every foot costing you 3 feet of movement.
Right.
So you'd go down from 30 foot to 10 feet, as opposed to 30 foot half to 15, half to 7.5. So it's not actually the same.
That's not the same. You're right.
I can get up just behind Grace.
Halving is easier for people mathematically.
Halving is easier.
I'm gonna drag him in front.
You probably have to write a note if in difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Is reduced to...
I actually think it would cause more issues than it would probably solve. To be honest. As awkward as some of that wording is, costing an extra foot just means it works out in the end in a way.
Oh, sorry, that's my fault. I completely misread that, and my math is awful. So.
No, that's all right. It gave us a valuable little conversation about the wording of that, which is always great for me because I'm all about that at the moment.
Cool. That I can just get up to Grace then.
That's cool. That was your dash action. You are done then, and we will just skip Armstrong for this round because you've just had your thing. You've charged up to the dragon. So it's Blingy Goblin. Blingy Goblin, Oz, dives onto the craps table.
Right.
And is going to dive on top of you.
Oh, goodness.
And trying to grapple you to the floor.
They're actually competent. Oh, no.
Yeah. So this is big, muscly businessman guy.
Yeah.
So let me...
Is this an opposed...
Yeah.
Is it athletics or...
You can either be athletics or acrobatics, which is worked off dex.
Okay, I got 6.
Oh no. So Shijin rolls. Athletics? No. What was that? I can't see.
They got 5.
5! They launch themselves at you. You manage to shake them off, roll with it, and they tumble to the other side of you.
Perfect.
They are prone just now as well. Make that happen. This guy I'm going to leave as your hostage, and it will be up to Grace. Oz, was this something?
Am I allowed to say words?
Yeah.
Talking reaction. I'm going to shout over the thing. I have engaged the target. I repeat, the target has engaged me.
That's
Hey,
ace.
back from Grace. Congratulations!
Grace, it's up to you now. What do you want to do? These doors are closed next to you, though, just now.
Okay, cool.
You can hear that weird radio echo, though, where Armstrong is speaking in your ear, but you can also just hear him on the other side of the doors.
Okay, cool. There's a dude right in front of me, though, the security guy.
He's the hostage.
I've got him hostage.
Okay. Grace kind of gives you a look like, why? But okay.
What's a good grappled thing? Ah, he's a net. Here we go. Look, he's got a little net next to him.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, Grace is gonna burst out these doors. She's gonna... Do they open inwards or outwards? One question.
They open inwards into the corridor.
All right.
Is there a bright light behind Grace so when she opens it, she's silhouetted in a dramatic fashion?
No, this is like this wall, the corridor. It's not really decorated. It's like you've walked back. Like when I used to work in Canary Wharf in restaurants and that. Like you used to go like backstage at Canary Wharf, and it's just concrete, like walls and floors of concrete with like metal electric wire kind of tubing going everywhere and stuff. It's
so what Grace is actually going to do, she's going to move up to the second door, but she's going to open the first door, throw it inwards, and then stick her head around the door and try and line up a shot on a target. See if she can see where Armstrong is, because she doesn't know what's beyond that door, but she doesn't want to stick her whole body out of it. So opens the door, sticks her head around, lines up a shot. All right, so you see Armstrong. She waits for him to give the nod towards someone for her to shoot.
I nod towards the woman.
The dragon. Nice.
Yeah,
dragon thingy. Yeah.
Oh wait, that was the wrong one.
That's all right.
Damn. 1d 20 plus 4. 16.
Oof, hits.
1d8 plus 2. 4.
All right.
Alright, I shot once, twice.
Three times
a lady.
Alright, I think this is my 4th shot, so I've got 5 more shots until I have to reload. I should have been keeping track of that.
That's cool. Yeah, pistols have got a fair amount to them.
Yeah,
which is
but
cool,
9.
which is good. I think that's right.
And I just let that door, like, I imagine I've swung it open, I just let it go back to shut.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll finish my turn.
All right. Next up then is the dragon. Dragon moves here, giving you so this bodyguard is actually doing a runner. So Oz, you have attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
So I have close quarters ballistic training.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt this is true, but am I allowed to use that as an opportunity attack?
Let's have a look what I've written in terms of opportunity attack. Movement. Let me search. Because I just want to check what I've written. Because then that's a very good bit of little testing we need to have a little look at. To make an opportunity attack when an enemy combatant moves out of your reach. To make an opportunity attack, you use your reaction to make one melee attack against the provoking enemy.
Okay.
So, but you don't necessarily... I'll have to think on that, though. It's a really good point of interest.
From a thematic point of view, it sounds cool to be able, if you have CQB specifically, to be able to do that. However, I can also see that being, potentially overpowered at that point. In that case, is it fist time?
Yeah.
Okay. I swing out at the bodyguard as they move back towards the door and get 15 on the roll.
Oh. They, I believe, are just that little bit quicker. Oh no, you hit them.
Nice. Okay. In that case, I do 2 bludgeoning damage. 2.
Fair enough. I've got my little things on here. Cool. All right. And they actually barge through the door next to you, Grace. So there's a woman in a collarless suit. She, to your look, very kind of quickly, looks to be like she's got a little bit of that kind of undercover vest armor on. She barges. Let me try and think very quickly how this happens. So she barges through the door and actually stumbles into you as she tries to make her way up the corridor. She is going to try and therefore move past you and leave your reach if you wanted to make an opportunity
I
attack.
like that she's running away from Armstrong towards the person who just shot her.
Well, your silenced pistol. Oh well, yeah, but she's got a shot, I guess. But she's just doing a runner at the moment.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'll take a reaction shot at her, I guess.
So rules as written at the moment is opportunity attacks are melee. If you got,
it's swing at her with the pistol, that's gonna hurt if it hits you in the head, right? So it'd be
you can do an improvised weapon attack, which is the, like pistol whip, which is 1d4 as opposed to your 1+ strength.
I don't get proficiency on it because I don't have proficiency with improvised weapons, and it would be strength based, correct?
Yeah.
Double check what the strength is. 0. Oh, it's just a straight d20. Nice. 13.
Doesn't hit actually.
Silly question, Sam.
Yeah.
She wasn't within 5 feet of me, but she did move out of range of the guy that I'm currently kind of have control over.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to kind of, as she comes through, just shove him forward so he knocks into her to maybe give Grace some advantage on that? As she
Or
kind
would
of
it count as a surprise attack? Because she clearly didn't know I was right there.
Yeah. Have advantage then. If you, V, if you want to let go of the guy.
Sure.
Oh.
I'll just shove him forward and let the rock come loose.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. No. Oh god, I'm selecting stuff rather than trying stuff.
Because I know you had like special return to surprise attack rules. Because we're meant to kind of get away from things and reappear and.
Yeah. If you could, it's all about taking the hide action. There's that. But yeah, so 5 foot movement there, 5 there, 15, 25. I mean, she's dashing. She's doing one. She heads around the other side of the corridor.
It's her. We gotta get her.
That leaves Nyx. It's your go.
Okay.
Did you say that over the radio? That is her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get to that bit of the
penny.
corridor.
It drops.
As soon as Grace says that, then I will move up to the end of the corridor, and I can see this woman running, right?
Yeah. You've even got a short range attack on her if you want.
Yeah, I will go for that.
So just imagine that because I've not drawn it very well. Oh god, it's red. Why is it red? I don't want that. You just have to imagine this carries on a bit.
Cool. I will take that shot. See what happens. 20, not a natural one, but it is a 20.
Cool.
Cool, so that's 1d8. 1d8 plus my dex modifier, right? That's standard 5th edition. It's been a while.
Yeah.
What is my dex modifier? 2. There we go. Roll good. 8.
Nice.
Cool. 8 damage, yeah? Nice. You shoot her in the back. It impacts on her undercover vest. You can see the bullet impact, and she yelps, but she stumbles a little bit, but she's still running for the end of the corridor.
Okay. I just realised I moved the wrong token. I've still got.
Oh, that was what you did. Okay, so you moved to that end. Cool. Let's move him back.
Yeah, so that's where I am now.
Yeah.
Oh god. I don't know. I can now move loads of tokens, and it's really.
Oh, you can move all of these dudes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's fine. I'm just.
Thought
not
it was
gonna
just specific. Okay, never mind.
Out of interest, the
It's
guy
because
that
it's a copy of a token, so it assumes they're all the same. Whereas if you put them in individually, it's different.
Yeah.
the guy that I was previously choking, is he currently like coughing his guts up? Or
Yeah.
just cool.
Yeah. He's nastily out of breath. It's not particularly nice. Okay. Because we are starting to get to close to our time, let's do a little really quickly. I'm going to wrap up this little scene in a little cinematic. Two black bars get at the top of the bottom of the screen, and yeah, and yeah. So this bodyguard woman is doing an absolute runner. As just one or two more of the security staff of the casino dart out from the side of doorways, you take them down with precision as you rush towards her to try and get to where you know she's going, to this escape car in the loading bay. There's a kind of like a kerfuffle with the cage where she manages to slam the door against you guys just before you get towards her. At this point, it's pretty kind of good common sense that you're not shooting her. She is this target that you need to try and pursue, to try and get. Because the web doesn't know like any intel about her and what she's actually up to. I guess you always have a connection to the web in a weird like comsy way. That this is very quickly becoming more of a kind of a grab operation now, where it's actually obtain the target and it's a high value target. So you guys are dashing for the car. Just as you manage to get into the loading bay, the sports car speeds off into the Tokyo streets, and you guys next week have got a car chase going on. So we're going to try out those rules and some vehicle stuff.
Fantastic.
All right.
Wait, is it a really expensive sports car?
Yeah.
All right, I know how we can track it.
Cool.
Onwards.
It's a Tesla something or other, because I really
Oh
like
yeah,
Teslas.
we can totally track the shit out of that thing.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, that was that. I know it was pretty quick.
Oh no, man, that was fun. Thank
Any
you very much.
thoughts on combat generally? There was a little bit about opportunity attacks that I'm thinking about.
It's the only significant thing I have is thematically compared to like D&D. In D&D, it's like I have a crossbow or I have a sword. In this, it feels more like things are gonna change distance very quickly and regularly.
Mm-hmm. And I think as well, if you think about spy movies and spy fights, like reactions are super important in spy fights because it's all improvised, it's all quick, I'll grab this and use this against you in reaction to something. So you might want to consider adding some more reaction abilities. I think we discussed this last time, maybe.
Yeah.
But like to me, in my mind, using the reaction more actively, I know attack of opportunity is one form of reaction, but I think that fits the style more and it's going to speed up combat a little bit.
Yeah.
It does mean, however, they get, more reactions too, as a balance. But
is there any class that has proficiency in improvised weapons?
monks?
Sorry, in this.
So I've not classified improvised weapons actually. Interestingly enough, so I mean, I would surmise that. Let's have a look at the beta drafts equipment.
I would imagine that I mean, you've got two kind of styles of the kind of people you use it. You've got the Jason Bourne, who's using a biro to try and kill someone, and then you've got the
magazine and a toaster.
Yeah, or you've got the Jackie Chan pick up a ladder and go crazy with it kind of person.
Yeah.
So I mean, there are multiple opportunities for that kind of thing to happen.
Yeah, I think simple melee weapons would be where it ends up, because I'm doing that by category. So if you're proficient with simple melee weapons, which most people are, then you've got improvised weapons will come under that, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because then you got traditional melee weapons, which are much more the kind of like swords and spears and stuff that people don't use as much anymore. And then simple ranged is like everything from like tasers and bows and stuff to pistols. And then military ranged is everything higher than that, essentially. I'm really pleased with Past Sam, because Past Sam made the connection with garrote strings and grappling people, and it's already in there.
Oh, nice.
When you succeed in an attack roll with this weapon, you also grapple the target. which is what Grotstring has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing that in games. I've played enough Hitman to know how this works.
Except I need to put special there. I've just put grappling, but yeah.
I really like how combat didn't feel sluggish, even though we've been doing it for most of the time here.
I said like it went really quickly.
Yeah, I feel like in traditional D&D, when you do a combat, everyone just does the stand there and fight.
You do
Because
combat.
why would you run from this fight? Because they either have something that you want, or you know, there's you can D&D, you can fight at such distances that you don't need to get up close and personal unless you're a fighter, a barbarian, or a monk.
Mm.
And I kind of feel like in this, because of the nature of the game, in that it's you're a spy and it's a mission, nobody here wants to get themselves killed. No one is actually trying to put themselves in danger. So you don't just have, like, it didn't just turn into a shootout where everyone stayed in one place and shot out the door.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, you're constantly moving, and you want to, because it's not just like, once we kill these guys, then we can go ahead. It doesn't have that 5th edition feel in terms of what D&D makes you do with fights. It's like, we need to shoot at these guys, and if we kill some of them, great, but we need to keep moving this way. It doesn't feel like the combat is what you drop on the way to a place, which is kind of what I feel like happens in 5th edition, because you're like, you want to cross the bridge and there's orcs, whereas this is, you want to get in out of the casino.
I think
not to get spotted by everyone in the casino, and you have to keep moving to that target. It just stops it feeling like it's just a back and forth constantly.
In a way, what it is that the combat isn't the encounter. The combat is a hurdle within the encounter. The encounter being this is how this encounter is obviously designed.
It's like the whole situation.
The person, the whole thing is a situation. So you are moving between different styles of things, and I think obviously we've been in an enclosed space. We're in an environment. We were told be subtle, which then got thrown out the window. But
these things happen.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this combat successful. I would be interested in an active shooter situation where we're looking for a sniper or something in an open space. Where we would probably want to move into it, or we would be at long range to see how that plays out, because this has been in a very active scenario, and it's whether is it the scenario or was it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. We'll have to see kind of in the
this
kind of next
worked
combat.
perfectly for the genre, for the style. I think it only took us long to do it because we were chatting shit the entire way through.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
I had to look some stuff up too. So.
I like how all of the because we're all playing different character classes, that the style of combat that we all use is different. Not just because we've got different weapons, but you know that Grace is very much covering the tracks, and it's not just about all-out shooting, which I feel like is really good.
Has no combat moves. All of hers at the moment are social. So yeah, I'm obviously trying to move out and support, because I can't actively do what you and Oz or you and Armstrong can do.
Yeah.
But I think that's really cool, because I don't think that with me being an infiltrator or Armstrong playing the soldier, that our first thoughts would be like cover the tracks of the CCTV, because we're both much more combat orientated. So for me, it was all about grabbing that guy and having a hostage, because that's how you can move through an area a lot. If someone is worried about shooting somebody else standing next to you, you can move a lot better. It slows you down. Whereas Armstrong being the soldier has just gone straight in. Like, it feels like the themes of like the characters that you choose to play, the theme in them is so inherent that you kind of adopt that play style as well, that you start thinking about, actually, if I'm playing this character, how are they approaching it, as opposed to, again, like 5th edition, you might have a wizard, but you can play a wizard and still kind of run into some melee combat and not necessarily play to your strengths or play to that trope very well. Whereas here, I feel like it's kind of ingrained in what you're able to do and what you're good at, which is really nice, because it makes things like this feel a lot more thematic when you're running combat and everyone's going based off of different styles.
Well, you guys are really fun to play for as well, because like you're like diving across tables and like flipping over, you know, guards and stuff, whereas, you know, other groups might not be so inclined to think like that. They might just be they're thinking about ranges and they're thinking about positioning and just stuff like that, and it's a little bit more mechanical for them, which is totally valid and really cool for that kind of quick mode of play. But I really like how you guys have just been like, I'll do this other weird wacky thing, and I'm like, great, I'm trying to test the mechanics. So
I think the game theme for this really fits that, though. When it was a case of like diving with the person through the door, I had in my mind that kind of bit from a movie or an action TV show.
Yeah, me too.
When it was ducking behind the table, it was, hand up, shouting things over the earpiece, and you're absolutely right that it's we have different styles of doing things. Thinking about Nick's with the garrote, like pushing the person through the area, it was whereas my person was dive on single person, shoot them until they stop moving, dive on the next person. I felt empowered, and I'm guessing you two did as well.
Yeah, I think what it is I believe anyway, we went into this with the player agenda of let's have fun and make this like the movies, which makes us obviously think outside the box. I'm playing a lot of systems right now that aren't super crunchy and do demand that the player thinks of, oh, there's going to be a fire extinguisher on the wall or that sort of thing. So I automatically go to that, and then I'm like, wait, this is like D&D. You can't just make shit up and say it's there.
Well, I mean, you kind of, you can. They're all
but I do
games.
think what could be interesting and something that I found in a lot of new systems at the moment is they do give players like an agenda, which could be optional, but it sets the tone in their mind of be creative, don't just stand there and shoot, kind of thing of, be feral, be creative, improvise.
In terms of actual writing and this being presented in a book, say, do you think that's player advice as much as it is GMs allowing that and GM advice for allowing that?
I've liked seeing players get just a simple sentence that tells them, have fun, go wild. The most hard one is something, I know that the GM advice is use an NPC like a stolen car.
Yeah.
Whereas the players one is something like be feral, be true to what the situation demands, be honest about what the rules demand, or something like that. And it just sets a tone in your head, and you're like, I get it. And it could be totally optional, whereas, you have the sentence in there and you don't say the players must play by this.
Yeah.
Or, because if someone doesn't want to run like a high heist spoof game or whatever, then it may not apply. But I think it helps, and it gives a fun framework. And if you're doing, like we were talking about, maybe with the media suggestions or inspiration, it helps link into that. We can play this like it's a film. We can.
Yeah.
And obviously, the GM still gets the ultimate, yeah, there's an extinguisher there. No, there's not. Type thing. But I think it would be interesting, especially because this is a genre, and it's all about the vibe, and that's where the fun is coming from. And your players start getting really creative and out of the box. And
yeah, that's so true. Cool.
I think if you have it written down that players get some agency, I think that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Because quite often GMs get advised like, let your players do this, let your players do that, and because it's GM advice, players don't always see that, and they don't always feel empowered by that because it all rests on the GM. Whereas if you actually direct it at, hey players, make stuff up and ask your GM if it's there. Your GM can still say yes or no, but here is your agency. Here is us empowering you to say, yes, this is okay. This isn't just something for the GM to be like, yes, you can make stuff up. You absolutely can, and they can say yes or no.
Yeah, it sets that tone of collaboration, and you create the cool moments together.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. That's awesome. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time, I think, this evening while you're playing Lost Girls to type some of this stuff up. Think about little tweaks and stuff based on what we've tested. I'll find my notes from the other sessions somewhere around here. Focused. Nope, that's Sanctum. Anyway,
it's going to be mixed in with your acting and that Game of Thrones sonnet.
Yeah, there is a Game of Thrones sonnet. Yeah, there's a thing. I am thinking of trying to tell the story of Brexit through Game of Thrones.
God. In
the campaign.
I mean, that sounds pretty apt, to be honest. Liars and cheats take over a country, swiftly lose the country.
But I am genuinely excited by the idea. It's all like Blackfire Rebellion, like after the Blackfire Rebellion thing. Like,
I mean, you've already got the North trying to secede, so
stuff like that. Yeah. Cool. All right then, gang. Well, thanks very much for joining me this week. I should be around next week. I will be rushing back from what's it called? Aircon, though, up in Yorkshire.
Please tell me it's an air conditioning convention.
No, it's a tabletop convention.
I hope you have fun.
Yeah, cheers.
Yes, have fun.
But that's it for us for this evening. Ciao for now.